What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is a Benchwarmer podcast. As always, my name is Eric. You hate me 702. And my man with me is
More money coming to you live this
Jeremy.
Saturday day.
Saturday morning. Jeremy will be hopping on shortly. And Sam right now today is missing in action. Um,
Today, Jillian.
so what we are going to be doing today, the push-up challenge, the push-up thing is still in effect for me. So if I cuss, I still got to hit those 10 push-ups. Try to my best not to cuss, and we're only doing that for another week until I get done with that draft show, and then it's fair game. I may continue.
I wonder how many times you um went or cussed on Wednesday that we didn't catch because I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, I did too, so I'm glad we didn't catch because I know I cussed a lot.
I have to run that back. You might also.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I'm trying. So getting into shape, doing all that good stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got the NAIA ruling. We got Caitlin Clark, Rasheed Rice. WNBA. When Jeremy joins, we'll probably talk a little bit about some WrestleMania 40, what happened, the relocating of the Coyotes, NBA playoffs, and UFC 300. So there is a lot to talk about today. So for everybody, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. You guys all have fun. Be safe to Saturday night if you're going out and doing stuff. But without further ado, let's just get into this shit. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm stupid. There's 10. God. Okay. Already started. All right.
What'd
So
you say?
can't say it again.
Which I didn't even catch. I just heard stupid. Is stupid
I'm good. I'm
considered?
good. So started off, Caitlin Clark. What do you think about Caitlin Clark's college legacy? Why do you?
I mean, until her records get broken, I think, she should still be considered one of the greatest players in college basketball history. I know there's the narrative that she shouldn't be considered one of the greatest because she never won a ring, but then you get into, the arguments into your Charles Barkley type athletes, of that caliber that either, for get close enough but not, couldn't seal the deal. But I mean, from what else she did as far as stats wise, and she wasn't just individual stat pattern. She also tried to make her team and lift them up around her, so make them better. So I think that'll be part of the legacy as well.
Okay. This I'm not gonna disagree because there is no disagreement with that. What I'm just gonna say on this is I don't. Let me see how I'm gonna say this without making a whole. I don't care if I make a whole bunch of people mad. Let me see how I'm gonna say this. Okay, so she's in the conversation. If we're gonna go top 10 greatest all time, she's in the conversation. If we're gonna go top five, she may be in some people's top five. She may be in the conversation. She may be on the doorstep. But if we're going top three, she's not in the conversation. And my problem that I have with people jumping on her bandwagon and all this stuff, and she's doing great for the WNBA. She's doing great for women's basketball. Celebrate to all of that. What she's doing is fabulous, and I love the fact that there's eyes on it. We talk about the WNBA all the time, so it's just great for the women. But at the same time, let's not overstate what her influence is and what is actually on the court. She didn't win a ring. You said Charles Barkley. You're right. He's one of the greatest players. But is he the greatest power forward? If you said the top five greatest power forwards, he's in the conversation. But we're gonna put Duncan ahead of him. We're gonna put Kevin Garnett ahead of him. I'm drawing a blank. Some people may put Draymond Green ahead of him. So that's you have to win a championship to be called a GOAT. I don't care. And the fact that everybody goes, oh, well, she plays for Iowa. You're 100% right. Are you telling me that if Breonna Stewart went to a smaller school where she didn't have all of those talented teammates around her, are we going to say that she's not going to break all those records? I mean, was Kelsey Plum considered the greatest player of all time or in the GOAT conversation? Because Kelsey Plum held the scoring record before her.
Right, yeah, I know that.
She wasn't considered that. And
I don't think she had a. I don't think she had much of an impact, maybe because social media wasn't as, um, proliferated at that point, and I think,
or the
felt it's
eyes
like
weren't
almost
on the
like she
prize. Yeah.
became. It's almost like she became viral, and that just propelled her to that stratosphere.
Okay, so let's look at, because everybody loves to talk about her scoring records. Let's look at the scoring records that she has. Okay, let's look at her records. Let's just look at this. She's Iowa's all-time leading scorer. Okay, cool. Achieved the most 30-point games by any man or woman in division in the past 25 seasons. So 25 seasons, 1999. That does not include Cheryl Miller. That does not include Cheryl Miller. I don't even think that includes Cheryl Swoops. I don't even think that includes them. So in the past 25 years. So we're not even, Cheryl Miller is the greatest women's basketball player of all time. Ask Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Big Ten all-time leader in assist. Iowa's all-time leader in assist. Broke the Big Ten scoring record. Division I career scoring leader. Broke Iowa's single game leader. All-time leader in points among major women basketball. So, okay, now we're just breaking stuff up. Because I'm sorry, the Division I scoring leader, isn't that the all-time leader? And then the all-time leader in points, is that not the same thing? Said twice?
Wait, what was the second one?
Because she became the Division I scoring leader, career scoring leader. She also became the all-time leader in points among major women's college basketball player. Is that not the same thing?
Would that be like all divisions?
Well, okay, so she's the all-time leading scorer for women's basketball. And then it doesn't matter if she's the Division I leading scorer too, because she's the all-time leading scorer. She set the single season for 3 points, Big Ten career 3 points. She's the all-time men's and women's scoring leader. Career leader scorer in the Big Ten tournament, achieved most single seasons and achieved the most points in a single season. So in the women, she does everything. She passed Diana Taurasi for most 3-point career field goals in the NCAA tournament. That was all in her senior year. Those are all the records she broke. Okay. So they're great, but they're all scoring records. She could be the greatest scorer of all time. That does not make her the greatest player of all time or be the GOAT conversation. You have to win a ring to be in the GOAT conversation. And she went to Iowa. You're 100% right. Brianna Stewart went to UConn. Diana Taurasi, UConn. Rebecca Lobo, UConn. Candace Parker, Tennessee. Lisa Leslie, I forgot where she went. Maybe LSU.
USC? Didn't she go to USC?
Cheryl Miller went to USC.
I know
Lisa
Cheryl Miller went
Leslie,
to USC. I think Lisa Leslie also went to USC.
I thought she went to LSU, but I could be wrong. How do you spell Lisa?
How you spell Lisa? What up, Jeremy? As you walk into how you spell Lisa.
Yeah, she went to USC. Okay. I think Cheryl Cooper went to Houston. So you have a lot of players, but if any of those players went to a small school like Iowa or a school that was not known for it, it didn't have other players, they would be breaking records just like she is. So you have to be able to win a championship to be, in my mind, considered one of the greatest to be in that GOAT conversation. She's the greatest scorer in women's basketball, maybe even men's college basketball. That's okay. We can say that. But she's not one of the greatest players in college basketball just because she can score the basketball. If it was a man, we'd be giving them shit. We'd be giving them stuff. Because how much stuff did we give LeBron for not winning a title, even though he broke all these records? Can't come in clutch. Can't win the big one. But nobody's saying that about Caitlin Clark. We all feel sorry for her because she's a woman. And no, she can't. When it mattered, she could not win the game. That you can't call that the GOAT. She had 2 chances, and both times she couldn't win. Did she play her butt off? Yes, she did. Did her team let her down? Yes, they did. GOATs do GOAT things. So I don't have her as one of the greatest of all time in women's basketball, college basketball. What about you, Jeremy?
Uh, sure,
Huh?
sure.
Caitlin Clark?
I don't, what do you want me to say? I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
If she brings more eyeballs to the WNBA, good.
It's amazing. Her
If-
influence is outstanding.
If she brings that attitude to the WNBA, I don't know about. She may get punched in the face a couple times.
Well, yeah, 100. We're about to talk about that in a second. But let's not get this mistaken. I don't want anybody to think that I hate Caitlin Clark. Her influence is outstanding. I was actually rooting for her to win. Once she got past LSU, I wanted her to win because I thought it would put a stamp on her legacy. I just knew going against South Carolina, she was going to get blown out because their team was just better. But let's call it what it is. You can't be the GOAT without a ring. I mean, there's multiple places we put this. John Stockton is not considered one of the greatest point guards of all time. Why? Because he doesn't have a ring. Basketball matters. There's only 5 players on the court at a time. If it was football, maybe. Soccer, maybe. WNBA draft. All right, let's get into the WNBA draft.
Mo looked like he was frozen.
He did. I didn't know if Mo was frozen or Mo was just having a good old, weed moment.
No, we're trying to work through this cold that's trying to creep on.
Oh, he was sitting up there doing some meditation to get that stuff.
I do some mental gymnastics.
Exactly. Okay, so WNBA draft is this Monday. All right, so
Monday already.
Yep, it's April 15th because remember they start in May, and that's another good thing about Caitlin Clark's influence is that she's that they start so quickly after the college. So college March Madness ends, WNBA drafts a couple weeks later, season starts a couple weeks later.
It helps them carry the momentum though. That way you strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the first game, and where's she going? She is going to a great place for women's basketball. Indiana. Indiana is a hotbed for basketball.
They said Aaliyah Boston won twice because her college team won the Natty, and now she gets to play with Caitlin.
Who?
Aaliyah Boston.
Oh yeah, Aaliyah Boston. Yeah, that's right. Because she was a pick, number 1 pick last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they got Caitlin.
That game got moved to T-Mobile.
Yeah, I know. Which you know what? I think they should just start moving some games to T-Mobile. Just start doing it on a regular basis.
Didn't they do like 8 this season?
They did,
6 or like 6 to 8 or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm fine. I love the fact that they're moving to it. I just think it's a transition that they should just move over.
No, only because of Caitlin Clark. That's it.
But it's kind of hard because of the fact that that's where the hockey plays, and they start during hockey's playoffs. So if the Knights are in the playoffs, then it may be hard. Huh?
They clinched the playoffs last night.
They clinched yesterday.
I know. I'm saying on a regular basis.
Team in the West to make the playoffs.
No, but if the Knights are in the playoffs, it may be hard for them to secure some of those dates to play in T-Mobile. Okay, so Caitlin Clark, we know, is the number 1 pick by Indiana Fever. Do you think anybody has a chance to trade up and get her? Or do you just think Indiana's going to take that pick?
That's a good question.
Smart, they should take the pick. But it is Indiana.
I think they would take the pick. She's like built for Indiana.
She is. It's a perfect place going from Iowa, not that far. Her fan base can follow her. It'd be very smart. Good PR move. Financially a good move. Her jersey's going to sell out really, really quick. But what are your guys' thoughts? How do you think she's going to do in the WNBA? Do you think she's going to hit the ground running the same as what she's doing in college? Or do you think that she's going to get a reality check?
No, she's going to get a reality check.
Yeah, for sure.
Off the rip.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's going to be a size difference. She was benefiting from being a little bit taller than these college guards. But in the WNBA, when she goes up against some of these grown women, they'll definitely make it a point to not get smoked by her. So she's gonna get everybody's best, I think, off top. So yeah, she's probably definitely gonna get a little bit of humble pie in the beginning. But like I think Sue Bird Tarasi were talking about it on their show. It's like greatness is gonna be great regardless. So, she'll figure it out. I don't think she'll be like the top, but I think she'll make contributions to her team. I think she'll probably be like similar to Sabrina, where some of the hype will kind of die down, but she'll have moments here and there.
Yeah, well, if Sabrina didn't get Brianna Stewart, we wouldn't even be talking about her much anymore because her hype died completely down because she got injured her first year, and then her second year they snuck into the playoffs, but by then the hype was already gone. So I think I agree. I think she's going to get a big wake up call for two reasons. Okay, two very big reasons. We've seen multiple people come through college that are considered scorers and outstanding scorers, and when they get to that next elite level where all the best play, they have trouble. They can't get their shot off. It's not the same. They're not as fast as they were. There's way better players. So I think, and also they're in a system where they're not allowed to shoot 40 shots. So I think that as a scorer, you need to get in your rhythm. And by having the green light to shoot everywhere, you don't worry about it. She may not have that green light right away in Indiana with Aaliyah Boston. I can't think of who their guard is. Their shooting guard is Courtney, I think her name. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she may not have that green light. And then the second thing is she's got a mark on her back. She's got it. We know she's got it because of everything that's happened. A lot of these players are feeling extremely disrespected. Even players that aren't playing because the big three is offering her $5 million and all this other stuff. And she's getting all of this. And yes, you're 100% right that she is helping and bringing eyes to the WNBA. But at the same time, she is trying to take their spot. And there's only 144 players in the WNBA. And they have 36 new players coming in this on Monday, because there's 3 rounds for some ungodly known reason. So each team has 12 spots. There's 12 teams. She's coming to take somebody's spot.
Oh, is that why they do 3 rounds? Because it's
Yes.
only the 12.
Yeah, so that's why Diana Taurasi and them said when you get against these grown ass women, do you have an issue? Because of the fact that they're playing for their livelihood. And we're gonna see that. And again, her guard size, she is bigger than most guards in the league. That's not the problem. The problem isn't that size. The problem is the small forwards, the power forwards, and the centers, because they're big, but they're grown women strong. Do you see what I'm saying? They have a lot more girth to them and a lot more strength and know how to use it with that body. She's gonna have to, I wouldn't say bulk up, but she's gonna have to be in that gym and make sure she gets some not bulk, but she gets some more stamina in her muscles, some muscles, because she's a skinny little girl. So kind of like if you look at Kelsey Plum from her college years to right now, she's not bigger, but she looks more muscular. You see what I'm saying? Her stature is a little bigger than what she was in college. So I think she's going to get a wake-up call, and I think it depends on how she responds. I'm not 100% positive Caitlin Clark has the mentality to respond as a villain when everybody's rooting against you and every place you go, they're going to hate you besides the fans. The team, you're going to get everybody's best shot. Everybody's. When you come into the Aces, we're putting hands on you. When you come in to the Sky, they're putting hands on you. So everybody's going to know this. So I don't know how she's going to respond to that. That's my only issue. Every team needs somebody in charge of Gatorade and towels. All right, so we're just gonna run through the rest of the picks really quick. Tell me if you think. What do you think? We'll just go through the top one. Los Angeles Sparks have Cameron Brink. She's a 6'4" center from Stanford. I don't know how Angel Reese is not up in the top three. I don't understand that. Camila Cardosa is the South Carolina center.
Yeah,
the light-skinned girl that was just taking control over. She's 6'7". So she might be the second tallest person in the WNBA. You have Rikia Jackson that plays for Tennessee going to the Los Angeles Sparks. So Los Angeles Sparks have a chance of getting a small forward and a power forward, or they could get that center. But you know what? They got big baby.
A big baby bitch.
There we go. Derek Hamby. So I don't know if they're going to go after that power forward.
She's going to get pregnant again.
You got Aaliyah Edwards from UConn. She got famous for that false call on the screen for against UConn in Iowa, where she's the one that set the screen.
Isn't Paige Beckers rated ahead of her?
Yeah,
Oh, so it's her fault.
Paige Beckers is rated ahead of her, but it's based off of need. So, and again, I don't understand why they're taking her because they got Sabala. JC Sheldon is with the Mystics. She's a 5'10" senior point guard or shooting guard. Isabel Borlas for the Lynx. I don't know. She's from Australia. I don't know who she is. So Angel Reese is going 8. I still have not got to Paige Beckers yet. Is Paige not coming out?
I thought they had her picture on the graphic of them.
She's got to come out.
Coverage.
That says likely the number 3 pick. So why does ESPN not? Did I miss her? No. ESPN doesn't even have her in the first round. Maybe they didn't know she was coming out. When is this draft? When's it done? You guys suck. Where's CBS? Does CBS have a mock draft? Let's go. Okay, so I don't know where Paige Beckers is going to land, which is kind of weird because Paige Beckers is she was Caitlin Clark before she got injured.
Oh, she's returning to school.
That's why. Okay, yeah.
She said she feels like she's not done there yet.
Well, she missed the whole season,
Yeah,
so that's why she's not in the draft.
Not on there.
All right. So I mean it's gonna be fun. I think they need to cut that down from 3 to 1 or add more teams. I wonder what it would be like sleeping with a woman 6'7". Her legs should be flapping everywhere like one of those wacky inflatable dudes they put outside the car. Dog, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I couldn't sleep with a woman that was 6'7". I'm 5'7". I'm not gonna joke. I have short man complex. I can't have me saying I can't read something and you coming up above hand and reaching it. No, I can't do that. I'm not.
I got a joke.
Yeah,
I went to go see the Matt Apple show. There was this comedian, this short little Asian guy. He was talking about how he had a girlfriend that was 6'1" once. He said, "Man, we couldn't even 69. It was more like 6 to the power of 9. She'd get hers, and then I have to slide my ass down to make it work."
Yeah, there's no way. Angel should have stayed in school. This is my only drawback to Angel staying in school. If she stays in school, she has to develop her offensive game because that's really what she's missing. She needs to develop more of an offensive game. But I don't think that would have happened if she stayed in school. So I think by her coming out is a smart decision. She's going to come out. She's going to be a topper. She's going to be a pick. She's going to get on a better, like who they have her going to. She'll be on a better team, in my opinion. And then she'll have time to, they have her going to Minnesota. So I think she'll have time to work on her offensive game. That would be my only drawback. But if she stayed in, I have no problem with people staying in school. But could her draft stock, would it have went up much more? I don't know. All right.
She could have made some more money and stashed it.
That's true. That's true. Trigger warning. Anybody that has issues with what we're about to talk about, it's a transgender ruling. The NAIA transgender ruling that they have that just came out that rules on transgender people in women's sports. Then you might want to turn away now. Not saying that we're going to be buttheads. Yeah, I'm not saying we're going to be buttheads or anything about that, but we're going to speak our mind. And if you disagree with it, then you might want to turn away. That's all I'm saying. So let's bring up the ruling. So for people that don't know, the NIAA is a organization that has a lot of I want to say Division 1, Division 2 schools.
NAIA, you mean?
Yeah, NAIA. Yeah, they have a lot of other schools like Division 1 schools. They have 241 schools. So there's a lot of religious schools. A lot of them we were going through them earlier. A lot of people I don't even know a lot of these schools. And I'm trying to get like some of them. Like they have schools that have the same name as other schools, but aren't the same school. So they had John Brown University in Arkansas. They got Cornell. Now, was it Cornell? I don't know. They got a whole bunch of schools. A lot of Kentucky Christian University, Louisiana State University of Shreveport. So not the real LSU. Taylor University, Oklahoma City, Ohio Christian University, Thomas University, Texas A&M University of Texarkana, William Baptist
So
University.
it's basically like D4 NAIA.
Okay, so there you go. So I'm not sure what it is, but it's their own group, 41 schools, and they have banned transgender women from participating in women's sports unless it's dance or cheerleading. Anything that they have a physical component to it, they are not allowing them to compete because they say men have a physical advantage over women. So I personally want to applaud the school. Yes, thank you. That's what I'm saying. I want to applaud them. I think it is a great ruling. Whoa, going to Vegas. Good. Not being racist. Are you naming all white schools? I don't know. I was just picking names. So they might have been, but I think it's fabulous. I think that the disrespect in women's sports is absolutely stupid. I think that we have separate genders sports for a reason. I've heard some of the people that they're yelling and screaming for gender separation and all of this other stuff. We can put them in the same size. And so, we need to get away from heavyweight weight classes the same size. So, and one of the ladies actually made a very good point. I think she's a swimmer, and she said, I'm the same size as Lionel Messi. So you mean to tell me I'm going to have to be put in the same Olympics as Lionel Messi? And the guy was like, yes. So I don't know how we're going to come around all of this, but I just want to say it's amazing. Men should not be playing in women's sports. Fuck you, Leah Thomas, whatever your name is. I think that if you go and look at all of the records, they are breaking women's sports. So how do we solve it? Give them their own category.
Stop allowing biological men to compete in biological women's sports.
That's it. That's the way we solve it. Now, women transitioning to men can compete in men's sports.
No,
in this ruling they can.
No, keep your ass over there with the women.
No, but the ruling is allowing, if they basically saying, if you want to transition as a woman to a man, you already know you have a disadvantage physically, you can go and play men's sports.
That's like girls playing boy sports.
Yeah. What the problem that they have is all the records that are being broken, and in 15 years, we're no longer going to have women wanting to play in sports. And we're going to go backwards. Depending on where you live. I personally will tell you, I have a daughter that was in sports. I would be highly. Now, she played sports with elementary, soccer, all of that stuff with men and with boys and girls. But we separate at a certain age because there's a certain point. I love all the women in my household. I love a lot of women in my family. And I am very little. And in very few sports could any of the women in my family deal with me. It's just not fair. I can be older. It does not matter. It's just not fair. So I want
You're also an elite athlete, though, Aaron.
It doesn't matter. I'm 42. Okay. So I'm just saying.
You're fucking old.
It doesn't matter. There is a
Hey, did you ever eat lunch with Jesus?
No, but me and Moses were great friends. Me and Moses used to smoke blunts in the back of the school together.
Fucking Moses.
Yep, fucking Moses. All white schools haven't been serious since the 60s, my guy. He was talking about the name, though. Anthony Price's. So, just to let y'all know, I applaud the ruling. I hope they do more of this. I don't care about the backlash. If anybody wants to get on and debate me about this, you're more than welcome to. If you want to set up something where
Look, we did a whole episode about this, and where's the fucking footage?
I don't know. I'm done with that. We could do another one.
I'm pissed off about it.
So yeah, because we actually did a whole footage on this with the
fucking 2 hours of my motherfucking day.
Yeah, at his house. I was late for my daughter's birthday party, and the footage never came out. But it wasn't us. We were doing it for somebody else.
Maybe Big Trans made the footage disappear.
And that's what happened. He got scared because he went back and watched it, and they said, "You can't air this." Did you hear what he said? You will get canceled. Did you hear what he said?
They probably
so he didn't air it. So yeah, but
I think where it also makes a lot of well, it gets more of a difference, which doesn't really affect college sports, but in combat sports is where they definitely need to do something about it.
It affects no. Any sport that is physical.
I know what you're saying, but in fighting, it's gonna be you're gonna kill somebody versus I'm gonna break this record or just smoke these people.
Well, yeah. I mean, you would, and I would say depending on what fighting you have, like I'm not like if you do jiu-jitsu. There are definitely women, and in jiu-jitsu is all grappling, that can compete at an elite level with elite guys. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying majority of the women cannot. So when people come up and go, oh, well, there's
I'm talking about the other way. I'm talking about,
oh, yeah, if you do combat sports, somebody's going to die. Somebody.
Yeah, if you're having somebody transitioning from male to female and fighting all these females,
please, anybody that wants to debate, bring it on, and I'm gonna let you know. Don't bring up the stupid battle of the sexes with Billie Jean and Bobby Riggs, because Bobby Riggs was 60 years old. And he, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks beforehand, or 3 months beforehand, he was
Bobby Riggs even good?
No, Bobby Riggs, when he played Billie Jean in the battle of the sexes.
I know, but like against men, did Bobby Riggs even beat men? Was he a champ at some point?
Yes, when he was younger. So the story goes, which nobody tells the story. 3 to 4 months earlier, he beat the #1 women's player, beat the mess out of her. And then Billie Jean was like the #2 or 3 ranked player. And then he is a gambling person and probably bet for himself to lose. But he was 60 years old. Go listen to Venus Williams that said Andy Roddick would beat the mess out of her. Go watch what happened when Venus Williams and Serena Williams played 100 ranked guys in doubles. Go to listen to Lisa Leslie saying if she played basketball with men, it's not even fair. She'd be going against Shaq and LeBron James. Go listen to all that other stuff, okay?
Who is Venus Williams?
Venus Williams?
You said Venus.
Venus, my bad. Venus.
Is this a new person? Did you create
yes, I'm literally saying all the records are you saying all the records that's breaking because of men. Yeah, so in women's sports, in certain places where they're allowing transgender men that are transitioning to women to go in their sports, they are destroying them. There was even a guy that went to a weightlifting competition and said he was a woman and just did it to beat the records. And did it as a joke. It's ridiculous. If you look it up, let me find it what state it is. But if you look it up, they're destroying them. Oh, we don't have to. Leah Thomas. There you go. Point blank in the story. Riley Gaines was second on the Olympics, and he beat the mess out of her. It's not even fair. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm beating the mess out of most women in a lot of sports, but I can't do that with a lot of guys. So I applaud them. I think it's great. All right, Rasheed Rice. Let's get into some more fucked up stuff. Okay, I'm doing push-ups for that.
Can you take the D off of there?
Oh yeah, it's not Rasheed, it's Rashid, huh? I think it autocorrected.
I already fixed it.
I think D stands for DUI.
D stands for being a dumbass.
D stands for dickhead.
All right, go ahead and hit 20 then push-ups while you're at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, Jeremy, start telling us what's happening with the Rasheed Rice.
Well, I know he's charged with 8 felonies.
4.
Let's see. I forget what they were.
Was one of the felonies leaving the playbook in the car?
Nope. They didn't charge him with playing that incident.
How much did that fine though?
6 counts of collision involving bodily injury, 1 count of collision involving bodily injury, and 1 count of aggravated assault.
So is that like he injured 6 people, or so there's only 2 people injured, right?
3, 2 kids and an adult.
Okay,
So then
so
does he get 2 counts for each person, or how does that work? How do you get to 6 counts?
Huh?
so he was driving 119 miles an hour in the Lamborghini, and the other car was driving 116 miles an hour at the time of impact.
They were both leased to him.
Yeah, but the other person was driving another car. The reason why they crashed was because Rasheed Rice lost control of the Lamborghini. The smartest thing this dude did was leave the scene of the crime. That is the absolute smartest thing that he did. Do you know why? Because they found weed in there. I'm telling you, he was under the influence. He doesn't get a DUI because when he turns himself in, he's sober. That was probably the smartest thing he did, was not wait for the cops and go to his lawyer. And all y'all that don't believe me, miss me. But with that said, what he did is no different than what Henry Ruggs did. He just got lucky.
Well, it's a little different. He didn't kill nobody.
That's the only thing that happened. He got lucky. I'm not saying that we don't know if he was drunk because he left the scene of the accident, which was smart. I just said that was smart. But we don't know if he was under the influence. But realistically, reckless driving at a high rate of speed, and if he doesn't hit, the only thing that probably saved anybody from dying besides himself, which I can't believe he walked away from, which I'm under the impression that with him walking away with what he hit, he was drunk. But I'm not saying knowledge. He hit the median. But if he runs into a car at 116 miles an hour,
well, how does he not get charged with leaving the scene of an accident?
Because the lawyer is good. That's why.
It's on video that he left the scene of an accident.
That's why.
Are they not going to charge him?
The lawyer is good. Look, they're going to charge us, but they're not going to charge. Let's not act like people that have.
Oh, yeah, they let him out on bond for $40,000.
Yeah, exactly. We would have been there forever
for eight felonies. I would have had no bond.
That's what I'm saying. So that the smartest thing he did was not. But no, I'm not gonna act like when people say, "Oh, it's Henry Ruggs." No, he just got lucky that he didn't kill anybody. Let's not act like driving 119 and 116 miles an hour racing down a freeway. And I've been to Texas. I know how crazy they drive. You are 100% right. People are driving 80 miles on the freeway in Texas, cutting across 5 lanes of traffic to get to that left exit. I've seen it. But that doesn't make it right. And he just got lucky. That's the only difference between him and Ruggs, is he got lucky, Ruggs didn't.
We can't ask OJ. He's finally dead.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, but the dumbest thing he could have done was leave the playbook. That was the most careless thing he could have done. Was leave that playbook.
The fact that there was people injured, and you're gonna say the most careless thing he did was leave a fucking playbook. Bro, if I could come through this motherfucking screen and punch you dead in your fucking mouth, you worried about a motherfucking playbook.
Listen. I know people were
your playbook. This motherfucker didn't even check to see if anybody was hurt.
I'm not saying that the only thing he did wrong was leave a playbook. I literally
just said the most careless thing he did was leave the fucking playbook.
Yeah, he should have grabbed that son of a gun.
So the playbook was more important than people that were injured.
No, that's already happened.
That's exactly what you said.
Okay, so let's rewind that. I didn't mean it that way. I understand what you're saying.
Don't walk back
I see what it looked like. Let me rewind it back. I didn't mean that way, okay? What I'm going to say is the dumbest thing he did was leave the playbook in the car.
That doesn't help.
I'm just joking.
You're digging yourself deeper.
I'm just joking.
Motherfucker, I swear to God.
No, he's okay.
Hey, if you go out and have 8 flat tires, don't call me.
I already said this. He's not going to jail. He's not. If he would have killed somebody,
he's going to jail. He's absolutely
Nope. How much you in the back? Watch. 5 hours of community service.
I would say community service.
hours of community service, stay out of trouble, a huge fine. Out of those 8 felonies, 5 of them will get dropped. He'll plead down to 3. The 3 that will give him, and he'll pay a huge fine and do community service.
It'll probably like a suspended sentence, like stay out of trouble,
Yep.
right?
And then civilly, he'll get sued and have to pay a bunch of money civilly.
Right.
Yeah, but no, he's not going to jail. He's not going to jail. We're in Texas, buddy.
His lawyer too good.
Exactly. You're in Texas.
Deshaun Watson got away with 17 cases of rape. Okay, we're in Texas. Texas doesn't make sense.
He was out of the state before that all came to a head.
So will he be? He'll be in Missouri. The playbook that wins Super Bowl versus some NPC person. He's right about the playbook being the most.
Y'all are all trash human beings. You're all trash human beings.
Oh, this is coming from somebody when we said, let's ask OJ. You said you can't. He died.
He is fucking dead. He fucking died.
Here.
Fucking karma finally got him.
Karma did catch up with him. You know how karma got up with him? He had prostate cancer. Like he had.
Bro, they showed interviews of his friends at the fucking bar in Summerlin saying, "Oh, he was such a great guy."
People lying so much. You know it's so funny. My dad was like, I didn't know he lived in
What bar? Yeah, he was out here. What bar did you used to frequent?
All the time.
Huh?
He used to visit Battleborn, and there was a Buffalo Wild Wings he used to go to.
There was, I forget. No, there was another bar in Summerlin.
OJ wasn't great in anything. The only place OJ was great in was the airport commercial running through hurdling over chairs.
He was good in High Desert State Prison.
You know what's funny? Speaking of OJ, I just watched when I was watching a whole bunch.
He was in Lovelock.
I was watching a whole bunch of old boxing matches, and I think I was watching Frazier for Ali 1, 2, or is either the Rumble in the Jungle, right? But ESPN, the network that had it, they were replaying it, and OJ Simpson was the person coming on talking in between. And they were like, he was like, oh yeah. And during that round, it was the second Joe Frazier fight, second Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier fight. During that round, Frazier took a whooping, and all the judges had him up on the scorecard, blah, 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 blah. And by the way, the score to this game was this, and the whole time I'm like, you are horrible. Like, I hate you. Get away from me. Can't stand you. If the glove doesn't fit, you must quit. Talk about some good lawyers.
You should have taken your fucking medication so your hands didn't swell, bitch.
The whole thing about the gloves. It's like, what if you purposely get yourself some small gloves to go commit some shit, just so that shit later.
Listen, we don't ever have to worry about that ever again, okay? Have you ever heard of anybody using that defense ever since then or before then? No, because you know what? They said, oh, no, he got away. We're changing this immediately. That will never, ever, 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 ever happen.
Right. I'm like, that doesn't prove shit.
No, but at the time, it did. Because there's so much doubt. Like, let's just think about it. Let's just think about this. If that happened in today's era, he would have already been determined guilty by the public way before then. He went on a run, the Bronco run, all the other stuff. That
shit was all crazy.
Depp and Amber Heard.
That would have been in one of the videos I saw. I don't know if it's real, but one of the jurors said that they found him not guilty as revenge for fucking what Ron Goldman did.
Look, this is all I'm going to say. This is all I'm going to say. I'm not saying if he's guilty. I'm not saying if he's not. I don't know. The court said no. But I'm telling you.
He is guilty in one way or another. I'm
telling you, if he got away with that has nothing to do with him.
Then Tinkerbell has to say his son did it. He took it, took the fall.
That could be true. I'm down. Yeah. I can see him getting away.
Either way he did it.
I'm fine. The problem that I have is we know he's a dumbass from the last crime he committed and went to jail. We know he's a dumbass. We know he's not a good criminal. We know this. So I'm just saying Johnny Cochran was a lawyer's lawyer. He was anybody that gets in trouble, you need somebody like him. Johnny Cochran can get anybody off. That's all I'm saying. If it doesn't fit, you must quit. All right, so we already got WrestleMania. Jeremy, did you watch the WrestleMania?
Yes.
Okay, so I was wrong on a lot of stuff that I predicted. I was wrong on a lot.
On what?
A lot of the predictions that I made. I was wrong on all of them.
I don't remember what they were.
Well, Becky Lynch did win. The only one that I was right on was Bayley. I knew Sami Zayn would win because they're going to move Gunther into the heavyweight title. So the one I was right on was Bayley. But I did not. And of course, Cody. We all knew Cody was going to win. But what did you think about it overall? What did you think about WrestleMania last weekend?
I thought. Well, I don't know. Night one was. I loved night one. But night two's main event was
you didn't awesome. Like the main event?
Night one? We knew what was going to happen.
Oh, you mean you mean night two's main event?
Yeah, night two's main event was good. Night one, everybody knew what the fuck was going to happen. Everybody and their fucking sister brother knew that there was going to be fucking bloodline rules on night two.
He said everybody and their sister.
Everybody knew it was going to be bloodline rules on night two. Like,
oh shit, my sister brother. Oh,
I'm just
no, I did not
watch instead of Stone Cold.
I didn't watch SmackDown yesterday because I watched
some of it. I watched like the beginning of it.
I know what happened. I know Solo
between that and the Braves game.
Yeah, I know Solo came out and beat the mess out of Jimmy, and they're trying to say that Solo is the new. He's the new head of the table, but he's not. He's acting on Roman's behalf. We all knew Jimmy was going to be out. It's going to end up being Jimmy and Jay reuniting. So we already knew that. I did not like the Damian Priest casting.
Why?
I don't like him.
A lot of people don't like. I don't like him.
I don't like
him. I think he'd be cool.
I don't like his mascara that he wears. I don't like his the way he acts.
How dare you talk about Derek Hart, brother?
I don't like how he is in front of Finn Balor. I don't like him at all. Like I'm like, why are you? I'm good. I liked him better when he was like the Archangel or whatever when he was in Next, but I'm not a big fan of him. So I would have rather seen McIntyre come out and clay more the mess out of him and keep the title. But I understand the setup with CM Punk and all that stuff. I get that, but I don't. He needs to lose the title very, very quickly. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I was disappointed in that. The Rhea Ripley, the Becky Lynch, I was okay with that. Even though I thought I don't understand the AJ Styles and LA Knight match.
I don't
to have that match again a week later. I don't get that.
Wait, what do you mean? A week later?
You didn't watch SmackDown yesterday then?
Well, it was a 6-man.
Yeah, but yeah,
it was a 3-man.
Yeah, but the winners are AJ and LA Knight for the #1 contendership.
Oh, I've seen LA one. I didn't see who won the second one.
Yeah, AJ Styles won the second one. So it's them again for the 8. Why didn't you just make that match the #1 contendership?
That's fucking dumb. It's going to be LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes.
But that's what I did not like. Because, I mean, don't get me – I like both of them. I think they're both talented individuals. But I just don't think we need to see that match one after another when we just saw it where you could have made that –
We literally just saw it at WrestleMania. Why? We don't need to see it next week.
That's what I'm saying. So, other than that, the night 2, I loved the storyline. The Bloodline storyline is the best storytelling that I've seen in WWE since Austin McMahon, the original storyline. Since that original storyline. Now, granted, there was a good 10-year period that I didn't watch any WWE from like 2003 to like 2013. So I don't know about the John Cena storylines, all that, the Katie Vick stuff. No, but just organic, natural growing, the way that they keep it going is absolutely outstanding. The fact, and then the way that Paul Heyman broke it down yesterday on SmackDown when he came up, Seth Rollins said, "I will be your shield" to Cody Rhodes, and then came out in the Shield gear, and you saw in the middle of the match when Roman Reigns had that chair, he didn't know who to hit. And because he didn't hit Cody, he hit Seth. He basically ended up losing. But just the storytelling was so tremendous. I'm loving the Bloodline storytelling. Right now, the fact that
with Seth Rollins' outfits.
Seth Rollins, look, I don't want to talk about his outfits. I don't like his character. I have not liked Seth Rollins.
I wish he would just go back to the Shield guy.
He looking like Lady Gaga out there.
He needs to go back to the corporate guy, the bad guy. He needs to go back to the guy that didn't care about anybody and would beat the mess out of anybody.
He needs to go back to being. He needs to go to being the standalone Shield
instead of being the visionary.
Instead of being the fucking weirdo with wearing hats on his shoulders.
No, R-Truth. So I love R-Truth. R-Truth.
You got to see R-Truth's lives on TikTok.
He is actually, he is hilarious. So no, he's not. He's just understands his role. He's that guy. He's basically the hornswoggle.
Dude, fuck, he's in his 50s, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, and he looks great. He's a hornswoggle of the WWE now. He's the guy that you can put in anything. I mean, think of what he did to the 24/7 championship. As soon as they took it off of him, it meant nothing. It wasn't really a great championship anyway. But I mean, the fact of how many tag teams he's been in, how many people he's been around, the bloodline, the judgment. They need to break up the judgment. Kick Damian Priest.
I can't stand it. I fucking hate the Judgment Day.
I can't stand the Judgment
Day. JD McDonough is like that fucking weird fucking little person that you just want to kick.
Yeah, he's so horrible.
And Dominic is like that fucking third cousin that needs to be removed.
I'm gonna give you yeah, yeah. But him and Rhea work so well together.
It's weird. It's creepy.
Yeah, it is. Especially
what belt did they throw Logan? And did they do that because? And did they do that because he's bringing the Prime sponsorship?
Well, he's already had the Prime sponsorship. They signed with him a while ago. That's the first.
I know, but that's part of the deal. They're like, all right, at this point, you're gonna have to give me a belt.
Well, so they gave him the thing is he brings so many eyes. And that's what they're doing because they're getting all of the little kids that aren't watching wrestling back into wrestling by bringing iShow Speed and KSI and all of these people because that's their main audience is nothing but kids. So they're trying that. I do not like the fact that he won that championship match. I don't like that at all.
No. There's no way Logan Paul should have beat Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
I do not like that. Yeah. I don't think that was a good look. And I don't think he needs the champion. And if you want to give him a championship as a bad guy,
belt.
Give him let him do the Ted DiBiase thing and make his own belt. Let him come up with that. We know this dude has money. Let him be that egotistical jerk and do that and just come up with his own belt or
Prime belt,
huh?
Prime belt,
yeah, something like that, and just let him be that guy. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I've never no, there is a guy that drinks Prime. Go ahead, Mauricio, tell us about it.
Yeah, no, that's just low key, so cool.
We have video.
Hey, Mike Tyson lives in Henderson?
Huh?
Mike Tyson lives in Henderson?
Yeah.
Well, how did I know?
Like Las Vegas, I think. I think he out there in Las Vegas.
He has a house out here. He's had a house out here forever. He used to have a 65-roomed mansion out here in Vegas. Yeah. He's going to destroy Jake Paul. It's not even funny. Okay, so
Randy Orton turned into like an R-Truth kind of character.
Who did?
Randy Orton.
No, Randy. Yeah, you're right.
They've taken it back to the fucking early 2000s where he was fucking weird.
Well, he doesn't need, like he said, he doesn't need a title. But I think not giving Kevin Owens a title is it was the wrong idea. I'm not saying he needs one, but
you can't keep. Well, I don't know.
You can't keep not giving him a title. You can't keep putting him in these matches that he's going to lose. And it would have been great for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to both win single titles on the same show. It would have just been a great moment. So I would have much rather had Kevin Owens as a title. Kevin Owens doesn't need one, but I think it helps him. I guess you've seen the Hangover movie.
I've seen Hangover, but what's real and what's not? It's fucking Hollywood.
All right, so what do you think about the Coyotes relocating? The Arizona
Coyotes. Arizona constituents are fucking pissed.
That's what they get for banning abortion.
Motherfuckers are losing it.
They're going to Salt Lake City.
They are fucking going nuts over there in Tempe.
I don't understand why. What happened?
I think they just weren't getting the numbers that they were expecting.
The public voted no on the tax.
That's what I thought. Okay. I was gonna say, yep, it had to be something like that.
Well, they're gonna sell. They're selling the team to the fucking
Utah Jazz
owners.
Yeah, so
that's why it's going to Salt Lake. It's not going to Salt Lake because they can't make something happen in Arizona. I'm sure they could, but I don't think the Utah Jazz owners want to keep it in Arizona.
I'm telling you right now, for fans' sake, Salt Lake City loves their teams. They support their teams. They support the mess out of their teams. Utah support the mess out of their teams. So I don't think that's a bad idea.
I'd probably much rather go to Salt Lake City to watch a hockey game.
I wouldn't. I'd rather go to Arizona.
I don't know. I
don't like.
There's more fishing in Salt Lake City.
Huh?
There's more fishing in Salt Lake City.
I don't like Salt Lake City. Yeah. It was one man as coach. Yeah. Okay. So, is it on? All right. What was that? NBA playoffs. I don't know what else. Oh no. Yeah, we got the Coyotes. NBA playoffs. Mo, where you at? So today is the last day of the regular season. All 30 teams will play. Most of the playoffs are locked in for who's going to be in the playoffs. Basically, you just have some seeding issues. The number one seed is still up for grabs in the NBA on the West Coast. For the East, it's been the Celtics for a while. Here we go. Updated standings. So we have Boston Celtics, Milwaukee. So Milwaukee, the Knicks, and I think Cleveland can move between 2, 3, and 4. Orlando, Indiana, and Philadelphia can go between 6 and 7. And then the rest are locked into their spot. You have the Miami Heat is 8, the Chicago Bulls is 9, and the Atlanta Hawks is 10. On the West, you have OKC right now at 1, Timberwolves at 1, and Denver Nuggets at 1. So all three of those can switch between 1, 2, and 3.
Who got the tiebreaker from those three?
Hold on, let's see. Where's it? I don't know who has the tiebreaker of those three. That's a good question. Bleacher Report had the best update. I don't know why we can't look. There we go. So Denver, let's see. All three teams win or lose. Thunder owns the tiebreaker. So if all of them end up with the same record, Thunder, Timberwolves, they own the tiebreaker over. So the Thunder, then the Timberwolves, and the Nuggets. Thunder win and Nuggets win. Thunder would be 1.
Oh,
Nuggets,
okay.
Yep. So the only way that the Thunder, as long as the Thunder win, they're the number 1
good.
team. Yep. So everything else depends on them.
I guess that's why it's listed in that way, in tiebreaker order.
Yep. And then you have so then you have Clippers, Dallas. Those are the 2 teams that can 4 or 5.
That's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, they're already locked into each other. Then you have the Pelicans and the Suns. I think the Pelicans and the Suns play each other today. Yeah, the Pelicans are seated 6 for now, but the Suns are just a game behind and hold the tiebreaker. Still, Phoenix would need a win over Minnesota, and LA lost to.
If you're Phoenix, would you rather play Denver or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
So they probably want to lose? They want to lose today then.
I don't want to play Denver at all.
That's what I'm saying. So they want to lose today.
No, because it depends. It depends. What happens with the Nuggets game? If the Thunder lose,
they're gonna. Do they all play at the same time, or will they know the result beforehand?
There's 8 games at like 1:30, and the other 7 at 3:30. So there's
if they know Minnesota wins, then they'll probably try to lose.
Yeah. So I would rather play. I would not want to play Denver at all until the last possible chance. I don't care what team I am. I do not want to play Denver. I think Luka definitely should win MVP. I think it's between Luka.
So.
Well, I don't know. Luka, Shea, I'm down with either one of those. Either one of those I'm down with. So once
I think
we
it's
know
gonna be Luka.
once we know the predictions next week you guys want to do the mock draft? Mock first round draft for the NFL? On the show?
Sure.
Well, we normally do one, Jeremy. Last year I messed up and we didn't do one. It was my fault.
I think we all forgot.
Yeah. So we'll do one. Yeah, we'll do one. The mock round draft next week because the draft is on the 25th. Okay, and then UFC 300. Right now, we got some good fights going on. We got Alex Pereira versus Jamil Hill, right?
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill. I don't know what his name is. I'm always weirded out by it because sometimes it's Jamal, sometimes it's Jamil. Jamal Hall. So who do you think's winning that fight, Alex or Jamal?
I'm gonna take Alex Pereira.
I'm taking Alex too.
I think it's Jamal Hall.
You going Jamal? I think Alex is going to hit him with that left hook.
7 receivers or 5 quarterbacks. I think it's under.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Under 7 receivers? I don't think under 7 receivers.
I think there's going to be a lot of defense. It should. I don't know about under on quarterbacks now.
I don't know about under on receivers. I think definitely under on quarterback. Oh, no.
Because if the Raiders surprise everybody and take Penix, that's 5.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
So the 7 is definitely, I'm saying right now in the first round, 7 receivers. I think that's an easy target. I put in NFL mock draft, and y'all are giving me. You know what I hate about the internet now? You can never find what you want to find right away. Okay, so as far as quarterbacks, CBS has Caleb, Drake, Jaden, JJ. Yeah. There's going to be over 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Yeah, because we haven't even got to Bo Nickel or Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr. That makes 6 with those 2. So I would highly suspect there's going to be 4 taken in the first 10 picks. So I think somebody trades up and get ones. As far as receivers, like you got Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Rome. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Rome Dunze or something.
Yeah, that guy. Brian Thomas Jr. Mitchell from Texas. They have Latin. So they have 7, 6. They have us taking one. Why would we trade? So there could be 6 to 7. Ooh, that's such a hard one. I would probably say over on quarterbacks, under on receivers. Back to UFC 300. So we got Alex Pereira. We got
Whaley. I don't know who the chick that she's fighting against. So
under on receiver. What would you say? Would you say over 4.5 quarterbacks, right, Jeremy?
Look, because you got Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels.
We know those 3. Then you got JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix.
Bo Nix, I don't think is going first round.
Well, we just need JJ and somebody else to get taken.
I think JJ McCarthy, and if the Raiders don't take Penix at 13 and they take a cornerback, I think they trade back into the first round for Penix. So
I definitely say over on quarterbacks. I think 5 go. All right, so we got the Wiley Jing. Go ahead and say their names, Mauricio.
Weili Zhang, yeah.
And what's the other one? Yan Oksana. Oksana.
Yan Zhonen.
I don't know who they are, so I have no.
Weili Zhang, she's been in a couple epic battles with Giovanna Jacek.
Okay, I know.
Zhang, yeah, her opponent, I haven't seen her, so I'm gonna go with Weili, just for familiarity. But I think they mentioned the contender, um, like, has brought a little bit of momentum with her, so she may have a shot. But I think Weili will edge her out.
Then we got Justin Gaethje against Max Holloway.
I think I'll take Gaethje. I don't remember the last time I seen Max won.
Bro, I want Holloway to win, but I think Gaethje wins.
Haven't they fought before?
I don't believe so.
I don't think.
Not that I can remember.
I want Max. I'm gonna say Max Holloway. Just the head movement is so good. Charles Oliveira versus Armin.
Sakurian?
Yeah.
Or Sarukian?
I'm taking Armin.
I think he's got a great wrestling base, as all the Russian Dagestanis do. Charles, though, can, he's always trying to pull submissions, so as long as he doesn't get caught, I would say I'll lean towards Charles, but I could definitely see Armin taking it. That's going to be a close one.
Kind of just think Charles is at that where he's starting to come down.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And then
he's like 50-50.
Bo Nickel against Cody Brundage.
I'm gonna take Bo Nickel. I don't think they're gonna have him at this point.
Jeremy?
Taking Bo.
What about with Charles? Were you taking Charles or Armin?
Oliveira.
Okay. And you said you want Max Holloway to win, but you're taking Gaethje?
No, yeah. I want Max Holloway to win, but I think Gaethje wins.
I got you. I'm a root for Max. This is probably his last big shot at anything. Do y'all know that Justin Gaethje is older than Max Holloway?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been around. And think about how they have about the same number of fights, though, 29 to 32.
Yeah. I mean, Max Holloway has 3 more fights, but yeah, I just didn't realize Justin Gaethje was. I thought it would have been.
I think Max just started young, though.
Yeah, I think Max would have been 35 and Gaethje would have been 32. I would have had it reversed. All right. Anything else we want to talk about?
Not that I could think of.
Just to let y'all know, Jeremy is planning an exciting trip.
Where are you going?
It's top secret information.
Just go.
I told you I'd have to kill you.
Go to his Facebook.
I don't know where I'm going yet. I haven't decided.
Are you still going on May 4th?
Huh?
You going on May 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. So check out his Facebook because I'm sure he's gonna have pictures and everything of what he does or his Instagram when he goes out there because he likes doing that stuff. Make sure you tune in on Monday. We will have the Big George Foreman review up on YouTube. We also it was live on Twitter on Wednesday, so that was kind of fun. And then we're coming up with another movie that we're gonna watch. And then also check out the Undisputed series, Helmet Strong. His career's taking off. If you're behind us, if you're on Twitch, he's already won a championship. But if you're still on YouTube, just watching on YouTube, it'll be out soon. We got about another 3 videos of his career coming out this week. How did your game go on Wednesday, buddy?
Oh man, we ended up losing both semis by 1 goal. The first game, that's like the higher division.
Unacceptable.
I know it wasn't our best showing. I not only that, but to add a injury to insult to injury, I freaking got blasted in my left eye by a rocket shot from about maybe like 10 feet out. But
Oh,
as most soccer players would go down in the heat for like 30 minutes, I was not wanting to give that person the satisfaction, so I just kept pushing. It's like, you gonna keep? I'm like, I'm just gonna get a thumbs up from me. I ain't.
so
But
yeah,
yeah, after that, we were up 1-0. Then they scored two. I think we ended up going back and forth, but they ended up getting a late one. And then the second game, we lost to a team we had no business losing to. They had like this big. He looked like Big Worm, basically. So Big Worm scored on me. Yeah, he had a little tap in rebound, cheap goal, and then we tied, and then they scored one late too. Our guys was just they were not moving. So we have to bounce back this upcoming season, but
well,
we'll be all right.
that means we will not be going to see him play on
Yeah,
Monday.
no, there will be
I got
no
a bobblehead from
championships
the
next.
I got a bobblehead from the Desert Dogs game.
Oh, the Desert Dogs, cool.
You went
I
to the
went to one
Devils?
game before.
How was it?
There's a reason they're in last place.
How was the experience?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it was all right.
All right. Well, we ain't got nothing else we want to talk about. Check us out and make sure you guys check out Sam and Kelderock. Sam Kelderock Show. He's doing all of his reviews and game reviews and all that good stuff. And then without further ado, Jeremy, whenever you're ready to take us out, you can go ahead and take us out.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.